All right. Hi.
Hey, what's up?
I am so excited to have you on with me today. Welcome back to Meet Us in the Ring. I am here with Adrienne Diamond. She is an incredible wrestler here in San Diego in the local scene at SoCal Pro. And we're here to talk about you, girl, because we've been trying to get you on here for a hot minute now. So I'm excited to be able to talk to you.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here, be able to finally talk to you. It's so incredible. I've been looking forward to it.
I know, even though I literally saw you last night, but that's neither here nor there.
I would say this is a new day. It's fine.
Yeah. So, I wanted to ask you first. Well, kind of talk about something. So, you are the first woman ever to win the SoCal Pro Summer Classic. That is so
Yeah.
incredibly cool, and I am so proud of you. Can you kind of tell me what you were feeling in that moment? And did you know beforehand that you were winning? Like, how long in advance did you know?
I had no idea. I had no idea. Um, I didn't ask any questions about it. I just knew, okay, I'm wrestling in it and I'm thankful. As far as I knew, I was just doing two matches and then I was done, but um I figured something was going on because like I was having like multiple practice matches in the night, and I was like, why am I having all? I was like, hey, whatever. It's probably like getting me ready for upcoming match or something. But that night, the Summer Classic tournament, like I was like, okay, well I'm wrestling this person. Hey, I'm on the card again. Hey, look, I'm on the card again. I had no idea. I thought like the other guy was. I thought maybe it was gonna be Gunjack that one, or there's so many incredible wrestlers at SoCal Pro, and I admire them all so much. They work so hard. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm
Mhm.
just one of I was like, maybe I'm just there to put someone over, like, and that's fine. But it meant a lot to me when I found out I won. I didn't ask any questions or anything. I had no idea what was going to happen or who. I just knew that I was there and I was happy to be there and I was excited to, be up there in front of the fans, putting on a show for them.
How did you celebrate afterwards? Did you go out? Did you go home?
So there's that little like mead it's like a little bar, but they have like hard cider and mead and stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
I went there, uh, some of the guys, and then it was really fun. I had a drink, and that was it. I don't really drink, but I had one because I was like, I have to drive, and then I have to work tomorrow. I was like, I'm
Mm-hmm.
good. So I drink, hung out, just cherished the moment, let it all soak in, and even then, I was really grateful. I was really thankful, because it meant a lot to me. I didn't think that I was gonna win or I
Mm-hmm.
was gonna have like something like this soon. So I was just, I was incredibly just like humble. I was really
Yeah.
thankful.
And how long have you been at SoCal Pro? Like, kind of where did your wrestling journey begin? Because I know that you wrestled in high school, right?
Yeah. So,
So this has just always been a lifelong love for you.
oh my gosh, I fell in love with wrestling at the age of 7. That was when it was introduced to me. And me and my cousins, they were huge like WWE fans back in the day, and they were the ones who introduced me to pro wrestling. And then like it was incredible. Like I saw like all these wrestlers, and they just look so like they look like superheroes to me. And then you have these like women,
Mm-hmm.
and they were just so beautiful, strong, and I was like, I want to be that when I'm older. So I started my wrestling journey as soon as I could. The moment I was able to, I was like, I got the papers, I did the hard work, I got everything together, and I just told my parents, I was like, you need to sign the papers, like you need to sign it. I need to get physical, like I need to go. I need this. This is the start of my journey. So they did it, and then even that was like a whole mess of its own, like being a girl in a
Mm-hmm.
sport, male dominated. you know, especially back then, girls were looked down upon in wrestling, even
Mhm.
amateur wrestling. But through it, I feel like I made my journey worth it, you know. And then I found my way to SoCal Pro like many years later, and ever since then, like I get to be able to like pursue my dreams of like being a
Mhm.
wrestler and just doing the one thing that I love, the one thing that has always been my escape, like the one like wrestling has been like a home for me, whether it was amateur and like now whether it's pro wrestling. Like wrestling was always a home, no matter how bad things got, no matter where I went in life, no matter, you know, if shit hits the fan, like it's always been there for me to go back to, you know. It's like you lose your way,
Mhm.
but you always have a home to come home to. And that's what wrestling is for me. It's my home.
Girl, you're gonna make me cry. Stop. And how long have you been at SoCal
But
Pro? Like, when was your audition, or like when was your tryout?
it was May of 2023 when I moved back down here to Southern California because I moved to Nevada for a
Mhm.
little bit. I figured it wasn't for me, so I moved back here to Southern California. And the moment I stepped foot, I was like there's just something in me that was like you need to do this, like you need to get back into it, like you can't live without wrestling, you know.
Mhm.
Like I stepped away from wrestling for a bit, and that was like it was hard for me, it was so hard for me, but there was something in me that was like you need to figure out how to get back out there, you need to figure out how to come back to wrestling. And so I started looking at gear, and then I started looking at different places. And I remember when I was younger, I was like 18 or 19 when I first heard like kind of like was searching around for different like wrestling clubs, and then I saw SoCal Pro right there, and I was like, maybe not yet. But finally, I dug back in and like tried searching for this place, and then I finally found it, and I was like, I have to reach out, I have to get in touch, I have to figure out how to get myself in there, you know. So
Mhm.
um after, you know, blowing up Jeff's phone, like email, Instagram, I finally uh try out. And then of course I kept like pushing, like calling like nonstop, and then he finally answered. He's like, oh yeah, we have a tryout, like come try out. And I was like, okay. And I was really nervous because the time from the last time I ever like wrestled to like that tryout, it was May of 2023.
Mhm.
I haven't really like wrestled like a long time. I coached a little bit here and there, but I didn't actually like do it for a while, you know. But it was great to come back to it, you know.
Mhm. And now you are gonna have a match at SoCal Pro next month with Ruby Raze, who is a friend of the Meet Us in the Ring podcast. We've had her on before. She's incredible, and I am so unbelievably excited for that match because, you know, unfortunately, in kind of the San Diego area, there's not a lot of women wrestlers, and so most of the time we're not represented that way. And so I'm really excited to watch that match and be there because I'm for sure going to be there. So, how are you feeling about this?
At first, I was nervous when I heard about it, but you
Mm-hmm.
know, I talked to Ruby. You know, we hung out a little bit, and I felt more like okay, like I got this. It's gonna be fine. You know, I'm really excited. Like I think so highly of Ruby. You know, I've seen her matches.
Mm-hmm.
I've watched her on, and I admire her so much, and I really just want to like go out there, give it my all, and I I really want to leave like a match that's worth remembering out there. Like I'm
Mm-hmm.
really like busting my butt. Been training like all week, like for weeks on end. You know, trying to trying to make sure that that I'm ready, that I'm prepped in every way that I can be. So I'm so excited. I'm really like, this means so much to me, you know.
Well, and like I said, the representation is so important. And I actually want to show you a picture and just kind of get your take on it and kind of explain the picture, and we can talk about it. So this I pulled this from your Instagram, and it's a picture with a young fan, a little girl, and another wrestler. I'm not sure who this is. Who is this?
That's Venom Guerrero, the Nuclear Warrior.
Oh, okay.
He's one of my good friends.
Oh, okay.
Tagging for, yeah. He is such a character. He's so great. He's honestly one of the best people out there. He has a good heart, and I admire him so much. I really do, like, he means a lot. I really do think he's incredible. And the girl, this was at the, it was Front Wave Arena. There we go. It was for the
Oh, okay.
soccer San Diego. Before that, and she was there. I think the little girl was there with her dad, but they came up to us for a picture. She had a signed, it was a little, like, it was fabric, but she had like everybody sign it. I signed it, and she
Aw.
looked like, it was really cool. Her, and then there was like other like little girls in the crowd, and they were so excited to see like a girl up there, and I was so that for them, because as a young girl, like, you want to see, like, I know when I was watching wrestling when I was younger, I wanted to see more women. I wanted more like girls that I can see, that I could relate to, be like, hey, like, that could be me one day. So seeing the girls get like excited to see that, it meant, like, that was crazy. That was really cool. It was a sweet moment. So this picture was definitely a sweet moment.
Did she say anything to you, like when she
She
came
was
up to take the picture?
um trying to remember.
I know this was a while
I
ago,
don't,
so if you don't remember, it's okay.
but she was really shy. I do remember that. She was shy, but
Yeah.
that's all I remember. I don't like like her saying anything, but
But
it
yeah,
was a
I
sweet
mean,
moment. It was fun.
this is why we do this though, as a women's wrestling podcast, because we want to show that women's wrestling is important and that it matters. And when I see little girls at the SoCal Pro shows, or at Raw, at SmackDown, or wherever, and I see them get so into it, like, it sparks something inside my heart and just makes me so happy. And so seeing this picture just like made me smile. And you know how does it feel knowing that you're
Yeah.
potentially the first woman that they're ever seeing do something like this? Like, you are kind of that first exposure to them. Do you feel kind of like a responsibility with that?
Sorry. I think it's. I'm getting all emotional here.
No.
To um, it means a lot because I remember when I was little. Sorry.
It's
I remember
okay. I
back
didn't mean
then,
to make you emotional.
like, I haven't really like ever like talked, so like for it to like all like the memories and stuff like back up. Oh gosh, sorry. Yeah, no, I remember when I was little, like I wanted more women, I wanted more representation. I love this so much. So to be able to be up there and for little girls to be like, wow, she's a superhero, like, and inspire them and
Mhm.
show them that girls could be strong. Like, I know back in the day, like WWE had like women, like, a little bit like over like sexualized, doing very a little bit more
Mhm.
provocative, but it's like that's not what it's like, and that's not what we wanted. Like, if I could have seen the women in WWE today back then, like, that would have inspired me even more, and
Mhm.
to see just the strong women in the ring, and like it's incredible to see that. And honestly, that sparks something in little girls. Like it makes them feel like I could do anything.
Yeah.
And yeah, so to be able to be up there and little girls like seeing me and they get excited, that means a lot to me, because it's like I could be to them who these women were for me, you know, like Trish Stratus,
Hmm.
Lita, How McCool. Like it means so much to me. Like I love that I could like be that inspiration to them now, and I hope that the one thing that they could take out is like to never ever give up, you know.
Yeah, and I love that message so much. And we'll we'll get away from the emotional stuff right now, but I want to show another picture, last one. And this is you in your ref fit. So you also ref, as you know, but also in addition to wrestling. What do you feel is like the biggest difference when you're being a referee versus when you're wrestling?
um like being a referee, it's I feel like it's a bigger responsibility, because you know you have to worry
Mhm.
about the safety of athletes, the wrestlers. And then you have to make sure that you're laying down the rules, and you know you're aware of what's going on, and making sure that you're not in their way, you know, because they're gonna do their thing, and then if you get hit, you get hit. So like you have to be a little
Mhm.
bit more like on your move and scram and run, and you know you're going up and down with the wrestlers too. But it helps me like refereeing also helps me with my in-ring work, wrestling helps with like ring awareness and all that. But and it opens my eyes to like the other side of just like wrestling, doing moves, spots, this, that, you know. So I
Mhm.
feel like collectively they, and whether I'm up there as a ref or wrestler, like I love it so much. Either way, like I am absolutely like thankful to be up there. I wear those stripes proud.
And with women's wrestling, like we don't mean just the wrestlers. We mean every woman who's involved in the wrestling business, you know, the refs like Jessica Carr and the announcers like Arkady, like everybody is making a difference in the wrestling culture. And honestly, I feel like women are dominating right now. Like I don't know, maybe it's just me and my For You page on stuff, but like I just feel like all the women are killing it right now.
No, they're doing really great. It's so amazing to see like all these women like coming together and like just really dominating. And you know, Arcady's doing so amazing up there on AEW, and then you
Mhm.
have like yeah, just like it's so cool. And I know like I sometimes I take my oldest daughter to the shows with me sometimes, and she loves it. But most importantly, she loves the announcers. And um, at one of the shows, she met announcer Myra Mendez, or yeah, she met Myra, and what's it called? Like ever since then, she's like, oh my gosh, Myra's my best friend. Like she always talks about like how she wants to be a ring announcer now, just like Myra, and I'm like, okay. So I feel like you know the writers like they inspire the little girls and like the kids too. The referees, like each one of us are doing a part, and it doesn't matter who or what position you're in like the wrestling aspect. Like you're up there, and like the little kids are seeing that, you know, the fans are seeing that, like the people are seeing that, and you know there's some inspiration there, like sparking, or you know just a connection there between you and a fan out there. You know, for my daughter
Mhm.
it was Myra. Now she wants to be a ring announcer, she talks about it all the time. And then you know kid Trish Stratus was like the first woman wrester where I was like, I want to do this. I want to do this.
Mhm.
I have to. I don't know how or why, but I have to do this. But every single person matters. Every single woman in the business matters, you know.
And you mentioned your daughter. You have two, right?
Yeah.
So how do you balance, being a mom and doing this kind of career and making sure that you're being safe, because you have these little ones who depend on you. So how do you manage that balance?
Um, I try to take care of myself, try to keep
Hmm.
myself safe if possible. Um, but either way, they're like trying to find the balance. It's definitely a challenge. But my youngest, she loves being with her, with my mom, her abuelita, and then my oldest, she's attached to my hip. So no matter like where we go, like I go to trainings, I'll bring my oldest, and then my youngest. She doesn't
Hmm.
like loud noises, so she hasn't really been around.
Oh.
So she likes to stay home with my mom. But I definitely do try to manage my time well between, work, wrestling, and then my daughters. And then, of course, they get time with their dad. So, like right now, they're in Nevada with their dad. So
Hmm.
it's easier to, like,
Well,
right now.
well, I kind of want to end this with a little game, if you're okay with that. I want to do a would you rather. Are you up for it? All right.
Okay, I'm up for it.
So
Let's do it.
I feel like maybe I might know the answer to this first one, but would you rather wrestle in Mexico or Japan?
Oh, it's a hard one. Honestly, I really want to go to Japan. So I really want to wrestle a match in Japan.
Mhm.
So I think I would choose.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say Mexico because I know that, like, obviously it's it's close by and representing, But I love
Yeah.
that. I think the wrestling in Japan is just so like next level.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love to wrestle a match in Mexico. I want to wrestle a match everywhere. Like, I want to go everywhere and wrestle. Like, I just want to wrestle. But I like
Mhm.
Japan is on the top of my list. Really want to wrestle a match in Japan. That is definitely one of my goals.
Okay. Would you rather now? I will say you can say both for this. I won't hold it against you. But would you rather work at WWE or AEW?
Wait, sorry. It kind of cut out. What was the
Oh,
question?
I was saying, would you rather join WWE or AEW? You can say both if you want.
I really do want to say both, but honestly, I think like as a for me, my whole life was my whole goal. My overall goal is to make it onto WWE. But wherever I can make it, if I'm ever honored
Mhm.
to make something like that, I would hope it's WWE. I respect I respect both. I
All
love
right. Would
watching
you?
like AEW. Great.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really go wrong at this point. I think that AEW has really elevated themselves in the last couple years, so especially for the women's division. So you really can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Would all right? Would you rather get RKO'd by Randy Orton or speared by Braun Breaker?
Okay. Just because Randy Orton was one of my absolute favorites growing
Mhm.
up, I would actually be honored if Randy Orton RKO'd me. Like if he came up to me just randomly and just boo, I'd be so happy. I'd be like, you know what, it is my honor. It was a privilege.
You'd be like, "Thank
Like,
you."
I would yes, I would thank him. like me. Just I really look up to Randy. Or one of my favorite wrestlers like ever. I know most people
Mhm.
lean towards baby faces. For some reason, I liked who I liked, and a lot of the times I always like lean towards heel.
Mhm.
So Randy Orton was definitely one of my favorites.
Yeah, he's great. Would you rather have a WrestleMania match against Charlotte Flair or Becky Lynch?
I'm sorry, it like cut out again.
Oh, no
What was the
worries.
question?
I said, would you rather have a WrestleMania match against Becky Lynch or Charlotte Flair?
Honestly, I think I'm more of a Becky Lynch fan. Um, not to say that Charlie Flair isn't great in her own way, but I really I really do admire Becky Lynch, and I think she's incredible. And it would be really cool to have a match with her. I think that would be super fun. So I would say I would love to have a WrestleMania match with Becky Lynch one day.
That'd be so cool. And last but not least,
Yeah.
would you rather enter a Rumble at number 1 or number 30?
Mm? So, I feel like either way, I don't mind. Like number one, like I get, I gotta be up there. I gotta wrestle. I gotta move. So I like that would be pretty cool. But then number 30, it's like okay, well now I'm at the end. So like
Mhm.
business, like who am I gonna throw over the rope now? Because obviously,
I know.
no, but
They don't know what they're up against with you. You're gonna throw them all over.
exactly. If I was number 30, I'd be worried. Like I would be worried for them. They're just gonna lose, but I think number one would be
Mhm.
fun. I'd get more
You know
time.
what? Period.
Yeah, I love it so much. I love wrestling so much. I love just like doing it, being there. Like it makes me happy.
And I love that. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me and chatting and being so open and vulnerable. Like, I really appreciate that. If you want to plug your socials, you can go ahead and do that. And then, you guys, make sure that you stay tuned for next month's. What's the pay per view called for SoCal Pro next month?
Next month, I don't know the name for it, but it is July 19th. It's gonna be at the Vista Boys and Girls Club.
So, yes, so July 19th, the Vista Boys and Girls Club, if you're in the San Diego or even like the Inland Empire, Temecula, whatever, it's just a little bit of a drive. So if you're in the area, please come see the show next month where Adrienne will be taking on Ruby Raze, and because I'm just so unbelievably excited for that match. So
Uh,
go ahead and plug your socials and we'll get you out of here.
all right. Instagram is Adri underscore diamond underscore. And then you can find me on Facebook or TikTok, which is Adrian.diamond. And that's where I post all my videos of me getting beat up. So if you want to, if you needed some cheering up, go ahead and look at it. But thank you so much, and thank you for having me.
Your video with Tortuga cracks me up.
Thank you so much for having me on here. It's been an honor, and hopefully we can talk again, have another conversation. And I'll see everyone else
Yeah,
at
of
the Vista.
course. Thank you so much, Adrienne, and I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye.